AMD Ryzen 7 3700X Review. The AMD Ryzen 7 is a powerful product that offers incredible performance, even with its low TDP of 65 watts. The price is an added bonus. The AMD Ryzen 7 offers higher performance than its predecessor while consuming less power, making it a great option for mainstream users. The Ryzen 7 2700X, though not quite as powerful as the Ryzen 9 3900X from the third generation of AMD Ryzen processors, provides excellent performance for a low price. With 8 cores and 16 threads, it is still an attractive option despite being a few generations old. The Ryzen 7 has plenty of advantages, like top-tier performance, low power consumption, and an attractive MSRP. When it was first launched, this processor was the optimal choice for most users and remains so if you can get it at a good price. Consequently, the value of purchasing this processor for a cost-effective PC construct is much less than before. Thus this processor should only be considered when part of a pre-built system that you can acquire with a discount or at substantially below its original price. The AMD Ryzen 7 is a great processor for most workloads at an affordable price. However, if you can afford it and need more performance, the Ryzen 7 5800X is the best choice and fits your AM4 slot. The AMD Ryzen 7 offers amazing performance for its 65 watts TDP, outperforming the Intel Core i9-9900K which requires 95 watts of power but costs more. Performance tests we conducted showed that the AMD Ryzen 7 scored 2087 in Cinebench R15, compared to Intel Core i9-9900K's 1873. The AMD Ryzen 7 achieved a score of 34,515 in Geekbench's multi-core test, higher than the Intel Core i9-9900K which had 33,173. In contrast, the Ryzen processor slightly lagged in the single-core test as it obtained 5,590 points to the 9900K's 6,333. In other words, the AMD Ryzen 7 provides outstanding multi-core performance. So, if you're into video editing or working on a complex Excel spreadsheet, you can bet on experiencing a substantial rise in performance from the Ryzen 7. At 4K resolution in Middle-earth, Shadow of War, Intel narrowly outperformed AMD Ryzen 7 with an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 Ti, able to achieve 120 frames per second compared to the 118 FPS on the Ryzen setup. Kudos to AMD for including the Wraith Spire cooler with their Ryzen 7. Though it's not top of the line in terms of cooling, it was able to keep temperatures below 80 degrees Celsius even during intense workloads. AMD's Ryzen 7 is part of the company's third generation of Ryzen chips, with 8 cores and 16 threads and a 4.4 GHz max clock speed. Due to it being an older chip, you may find that the price is variable. Some vendors might slash prices, but some may attempt to make a profit by raising prices higher than recommended retail price. This has already been observed in certain locations. If you already possess the Ryzen 7 2700X, there won't be a huge difference in performance with this new generation of chips, so it's best to choose the Ryzen 7 5800X instead.